Most people choose to turn and run the very second they feel the sharp sting of pain. But for the relentless, pain is the only signal. It is a signal that you are still alive, still fighting, and still capable of pushing further than any ordinary human would ever dare to go. When the world watches you fall, they expect you to stay down. They wait for the moment your spirit breaks under the weight of your failure. But what they do not understand is that the ground is where the foundation of a true champion is built, away from the cheering and applause. The memory of loss is a bitter pill, a crushing weight that silences the weak and drives the strong into a state of absolute, focused madness. You have to embrace the darkness of defeat. You have to let it burn away everything that is soft and lazy within your very own soul. Every drop of sweat is a silent testimony to your will. It is the price you pay for the chance to become something more than human. You do not know me. You do not know what I have seen in the depths of the abyss when everyone else had already turned their backs. Pain is no longer an enemy to be feared. It has become a primary instinct, a fuel that drives the engine of my relentless, undying ambition. While the rest of the world is dreaming of success, the warrior is out there in the freezing cold, making that success a tangible, living reality. Discipline is not a loud proclamation. It is the quiet, repetitive choice to do what is hard when absolutely no one is watching your every move. The road to greatness is a lonely one. It is paved with the silence of early mornings and the isolation of a soul on fire today. Look at these hands. They tell a story of countless hours spent in the shadows, fighting battles that the world will never see or truly understand. Solitude is not a weakness. It is a source of immense power. It is the forge where the iron of your character is finally made unbreakable. The promises you keep to yourself when you are alone are the only ones that truly matter. They are the foundation of your self-respect. Success is not built under the bright lights of the stadium. It is forged in the crushing weight of the iron and the cold sweat. Every repetition is a brick in the wall of your legacy. Every drop of sweat is a down payment on the future version of yourself. Strike with the intent to destroy your own limitations. Punch through the fear that tells you that you have already given enough for one day. While they sleep, you work. While they rest, you grind. While they doubt, you believe with a ferocity that borders on the edge of madness. The clock is always ticking, but it does not intimidate the man who has already conquered his own mind before the sun has even risen. You are your only competition. The version of you from yesterday is the ghost you must outrun every single morning of your life from now. There will come a moment when your body screams for mercy. A moment when every fiber of your being begs you to just stop moving. This is the breaking point. This is the thin line between those who are forgotten and those who become legends through their own sheer stubbornness. When your lungs are burning and your heart is pounding against your ribs like a caged animal, that is when the real work finally begins. You do not stop when you are tired. You only stop when the job is done, when the mountain is climbed, and the enemy is defeated. Unleash the beast within. There is a primal strength buried deep inside you, but only the most extreme suffering can ever truly hope to awaken. Let the world hear your silence. Let your actions speak with the force of 1,000 storms, shattering the expectations of everyone who ever doubted you. Being relentless means having a soul that cannot be broken, a spirit that views every obstacle as an opportunity to prove its own absolute dominance. Good. If it is hard, it is good. If it is painful, it is better. If it is impossible, then it is exactly where I belong. Watch the transformation. The boy who felt pain has died, and in his place, a man who uses pain as his weapon has been born. My eyes are no longer looking for a way out. They are looking for the next challenge, the next mountain, the next limit to crush. The rebirth is complete. I am no longer a victim of my circumstances. I am the master of my fate and the captain of my soul. Limits are an illusion created by the mind to keep us safe. But safety is the slow death of the human spirit and its potential. You must go where others refuse to go. You must endure what others refuse to endure. You must become the anomaly in a world of comfort. Push past the 40% rule. When your mind tells you that you are finished, you have only used a fraction of your true capability. Go into the hurt locker. Stay there until the pain becomes your friend, until the exhaustion becomes your comfort, until the impossible becomes your normal. The sun will try to bake your resolve, and the wind will try to blow you off course. But the inner fire burns much hotter. Control your mind, or it will control you. You are the governor of your own engine. Remove the limitations and let the power flow freely. Be stubborn about your goals, but flexible about your methods. Crush every doubt that enters your mind before it has the chance to take root. The terrain does not matter. The weather does not matter. Only the direction matters, and that direction is always forward, regardless of the cost paid. Break the chains of mediocrity. You were not born to just exist and die. You were born to dominate your own life and leave a mark. Reach for what they said you could never have. Demand more from yourself than anyone else could ever possibly expect from you in this life. Crossing the finish line is not the victory. The victory is the 1,000 times you decided to keep going when nobody would have blamed you. One victory is never enough for the hungry soul. The finish line is just the starting point for the next, even greater challenge ahead of us. I do not seek the applause of the many. I seek the respect of the one man I see in the mirror every single day. In the end, the noise fades away. The critics go home. The doubters fall silent. And you're left standing alone at the very top. The view from the top is beautiful, not because of the height, but because of the memory of the long, painful climb it took to get. They will ask you how you did it. They will look for a secret, a shortcut, or a lucky break that never actually existed in reality. Tell them there was no secret. Tell them there was only the daily choice to suffer, to work, and to remain absolutely and completely relentless. These scars are my medals. They are the physical proof that I was in the arena, that I bled, and that I ultimately refused to break. True confidence is not loud. It is the quiet realization that you have survived your own worst days and emerged stronger than ever before today. I no longer need to prove anything to the world. The world now has to prove itself to me. The power dynamic has shifted forever. Your reputation is what others think of you. Your character is who you are in the dark. Build a character that can cast a shadow. Never forget where you started. The pain of the past is the anchor that keeps you humble and the fuel that keeps you moving forward. The journey was the reward. The struggle was the destination. Every obstacle was a gift that I was once too blind to truly see. Results do not lie. They are the only objective truth in a world full of opinions, excuses, and empty promises from people who never try. Your results are your manifesto. They speak louder than any words you could ever say. Let your success be the noise that deafens the haters. Now the real question remains. Are you willing to do what is necessary? Are you willing to pay the price that greatness truly demands of us? Look at the legends who came before you. They were not born with greatness. They were born with the will to find it in themselves. They failed more times than you have even tried. They bled, they cried, and they were ready to quit 1,000 times over their careers. But they stayed. They stayed when it was hard. They stayed when it was lonely. They stayed when the world told them that it was over. You're part of a lineage of warriors. You carry the DNA of everyone who ever refused to give up in the face of certain defeat. The torch has been passed. The arena is empty, and it is waiting for a new master. It is waiting for you to step forward. No more excuses. No more tomorrow. No more maybe. The time for talk is over, and the time for action has finally arrived today. The world does not lack talent. It lacks people with the guts to be stubborn enough to finish what they started a long time ago. Get up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop looking for a hand to hold. Find the strength within your own beating human heart right now. Go again. And when you fall, get up and go again. Until the world knows your name. Until your dream becomes your reality. Go again. Choose the heavy burden of daily discipline or the crushing weight of eternal regret. The world is waiting for those who refuse to ever back down.